done brilliantly to get it into Batshuayi, who turns it back. Chance for Mount. That's on target. Chelea got a good block. I think that was headed for the far corner.
Excellent from Batshuayi. Good hold-up play. We spoke earlier in the game. It's bounced off. Again, Chelsea with it high up the pitch.
Pressure is bringing reward.
Kennedy there trying to do the little flip-flop. Didn't quite come off. But Ashby's done well because it wasn't the greatest ball out to him. He's managed to find Batshuayi, and this is good hold-up play. Strong. Can he now find a teammate? He can't get his shot away. That's nice. I don't think Mount can do much more, in all honesty. He's hit the target.
It's probably going in.
Yeah, well, it's definitely going in.
Yeah, keeper's not going to get a hand to that, but well done, Chelea, the Brazilian defender. A bit of work on the lip reading remains for the summer.
See, they're sitting deep again now. Sorry not to come out, or are they?
Just a little short. David Luiz was on his heels and reacted just in time to see him. Whoop, better get over there. Played nearly 200 times for Kawasaki Frontale, did Toru Oniki.
That's a ball, that is.
Long raker to find Alonso, and you can't do much better than a cross of that quality.
No, nothing wrong with that at all. You're looking for your striker to get on the end of that.
There's a striker.
It's brilliant. You're looking for your striker to gamble. In that position there, Ian Wright would love that. You think he's not got his concentrating, and next thing he's behind you.
But there were three of them, and they all slightly hung back. I think it was Mount and Pedro, the other two.
You've got to gamble there.
I mean, one can hang back, but two have got to go, right?
One of them, at least one, has got to make that decision to get in behind their back forward. It's a brilliant ball.
Liking the new mod away kit with the button done up.
The Fred Perry look.
Pedro's cross is ahead of Taniguchi. And he's coming more and more into the game.
I was just about to say that, Ben, actually. He took the words out of my mouth. He is starting to have a little bit more of an influence and getting used to it. I think early on his touch wasn't quite right, some of his passing, but he's having more of an influence. He's quite ambitious there with his weaker right foot, but
wasn't able to have quite the impact last term for Rafa at Newcastle that he did the year before.
Big impact the first year.
He really did.
Certainly when he first went there, the opening 8 or 9 games was he was excellent. Brilliant, excellent closing down, and that Batshuayi's away. Oh, he got caught in two minds there.
Now he's been neatly dispossessed by Tanaka.
Yeah, 1v1 there. You want your striker to at least get your shot away. Seemed to get caught in two minds.
Whichever mind he'd gone with, it would have ended in a shot. He is single-minded in that regard.
Yeah.
Two different options of doing it. Mount was the only possible pass. He was catching up with him to his left.
It was Jorginho that originally set the pass on its way. That's nice. Haven't quite in the final third, and you often find sides, don't you, Ben, that perhaps the standard isn't quite as high. That in the crucial, here it is again. Can he get his shot away? In fact, he just kind of cuts back and bubbles off his shins there.
Stand-up defending from Chelea to not overcommit there, because he could have lunged in a bit, given him an obvious option to his left. Well, no one's coming in the striking department, so realistically, none can go out. There are 3 at the club right now. Clearly Pedro is an option to play as some sort of forward if you wanted him to, but
Yeah,
Tammy Abraham, Michy Batshuayi, Olivier Giroud,
yeah.
especially if Frankie is going to do that diamond on occasion and have to, you can't have any less than 3 strikers at the club.
No, you can't. No.
Saito moves it on, and this is promising, 3v3. And Caballero makes his sternest save of the game so far in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, I think Frank will be a little bit concerned with it. We're a little bit dishevelled there. The 2 centre-halves, they're all over the place. Well, certainly Zuma's come out into a space, and in the end Caballero makes a pretty routine save, but it's a little bit too easy, that was, from our point of view.
Target from Inaga, who has looked to be as likely a threat creatively, perhaps along with the axis of Saito and Borizata down the left, where you feel like people are nearly moments from there. We'll see Inaga taking his place in the box as we enter stoppage time at the end of the first half.
Every single Chelsea player back defending this man.
Slightly better delivery that time than the last near post offering we had, but it's dealt with. Batshuayi, really neat twinkle-toed stuff. J-Cell back to thwart him initially, and Tanaka continues it. Well, good luck. He was trying to bulldoze through the lot.
And he nearly did as well, didn't he? Just interesting to see there that how we are going to set up from defending set pieces in wide areas, corners and free kicks. We've got every single Chelsea player back there, Frank.
Awkward that. Caballero couldn't go for it. Kovacic anywhere will do. Well, this is worth a hit.
Well, they're ending the half the stronger, aren't they? The opposition.
Just got enough bodies in the way to block that Tanaka shot. Talk to each other, boys, and in the end Zuma sticks out a foot. That's 3 of them could have dealt with it.
Yeah.
And almost none of them did.
Yeah, it was over to you, wasn't it? I think they were waiting for Caballero to come off his line. He never came. In the end, Zuma, as all defenders should, their instincts are clear it, talk about it later. Some defending again from a set piece.
Deal with this, and that should be that for the first half. Indeed it is. Bit cagey at times, bit stodgy at times, and a pretty disciplined host. Half-time in Yokohama. It's a game that kind of needs a goal, and it hasn't got one yet. Kawasaki Frontale and Chelsea are goalless.
Well, a useful exercise, I'm sure, for Frank Lampard, both collectively and individually. 45 minutes of relatively competitive stuff, chances at both ends. No goals yet, as Ben says, but these are the learning curves for manager and players as Chelsea look to go in a new direction under Frank Lampard, and there are some interesting clues, aren't there, as to how they might play in the weeks to come?
There are. The things that we already know. I mean, if you look at the back line, we know all about that back line. We know what Aspie's going to do. We know exactly what David Luiz is going to do. And there was a moment there where he played that fabulous ball of 70 yards across over to Alonso, which was possibly my favourite moment of the first half anyway. Alonso, we know what he's capable of doing as well. Maybe a little bit further forward, we're seeing more of, what he wants. Jorginho playing alongside Kovacic, who had a rough start there but started to get better near the end. But it's the 4-2-3-1. If you're doing 4-2-3-1 like that, there's one really important player, that central player up front. He's got to hold it, and the one behind him in the 10 position, you've got to be playing a lot. Oddly enough, Mount's not played as many through balls. You look at Kovacic, who's played quite one or two, but Jorginho's played a lot more. It has been Jorginho who's been doing that from slightly deeper. So ups and downs. Pedro's doing his usual stuff, and Batshuayi's being Batshuayi.
He has.
And if you give him half a chance, he'll turn and he'll shoot and he'll get the ball probably on target. So I mean, there have been 1 or 2 chances.
No, there have definitely. And obviously it's pre-season, so with the best will in the world, the precision, the attitude, the fitness, these are all.
Look at that
aspects,
ball there. And that ball from Jorginho is absolutely brilliant, and we know Pedro loves that run. Pedro does that run usually from kick-off for us, usually from David Luiz. Another long ball in there. This time it stays there, Batshuayi holds it up, and he gets the bumps and the bruises and rolls with it, and he finally gets in there.
Yeah.
One touch, two touch, shoot.
Yeah.
And honestly, I say that deliberately quickly.
Yes.
One touch, two touch, shoot.
Kind of how his cogs are turning, isn't it? Yeah, pretty fast.
That's how he does it, you know. And have a look at him again here.
Bounce,
it doesn't
bounce.
seem much on one
Big
touch.
bong, yeah.
He would just take it. Now, he doesn't catch it clean there. But if you take a ball that early, the keeper's not going to be able to spot it. No. So it's not on target, but it's going towards the right direction. And he just needs 2 or 3 of them, and he'll probably make the best out of them. Good, you know, high press there in that sort of situation. Pedro, as usual, if there's half a chance of a shot on, he'll take it on. Never, Jason was correct to say the keeper was never really in trouble with that, but you can see we're getting the sights in.
Yeah.
You know, we're getting those sort of sights, getting it in good position. And I thought as that second half got on, we just seem to get stronger.
Yeah, getting the press.
Yeah. And that high press is pretty good, to be honest. Getting in a good area. You've got to catch that really well, but he almost did.
Indeed, he, like Pedro,
spicy curries, pickle. So it's going to be